Hey guys, welcome back. Josh here. Today I'm going to show you how to make these cute little Christmas trees, making them for my wife for the holiday season. I noticed a lot of people are making these in different styles, different ways. I'm going to show you how I made this little Christmas tree in this video. Okay, so I'm going to try to create a cut list for everyone to follow along and keep it simple. So I'm going to draw my tree, never mind to the scale, like so. And then bottom piece here. So this is our tree. Now, everything's gonna be on a 30-degree angle, just to keep it simple on all the corners. And then this one, this one, this one, and this one, all gonna be cut at 6 inches, and it's gonna be a cut like this. 30 degrees each side. Notice the orientation going the same direction. So that's going to take care of these 4. And then this one, this one, this one, and the bottom are going to be cut differently, where the angle is going opposite of each other. And then this one is going to be 6.5. And that is from the longest side to longest side. This one's going to be the same way, but it's going to be 5 5/8. Longest side to longest side. And then this bottom right here is going to be the same. And it's going to be 11 1/4. Notice this one is going to go inside these. So, and then the bottom is going to be 3.5 inches. So now we just go cut them all on the miter saw and come back and assemble it. Okay, so I'm using just white pine. It's a 1x2 for the size of this type of tree. I think it's perfect size. You can use anything you want, reclaimed, cedar. You can use it larger, but I'm going to use this pine 1x2. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make my cuts of the multiple. I got 4 of 1 at 6 inches. I'm going to go ahead and mark 6 inches here. And make a cut in the same direction. So this is my first, and now I need to make 3 more. So to make sure they're accurate and fast, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a stop block right here, which is just a piece of plywood. And I'm going to set it. I'm going to set it right where this cut is. I'm going to bring this plywood right here. And I'm going to clamp it down. Okay, now I can repeat cutting 3 more. Okay, notice the way I'm orienting it. It's this way. Now I'm going to come over, measure from long side, 6.5, and it's going to go back this way. Now I'm just going to repeat myself, doing a 1 at 5 5/8, 3.5, and 11 1/4 based off our cut list. And all I have to do is flip this over like this. Okay, to make my assembly a little easier, I'm just going to create a straight edge here. Clamp it here. Clamp it here. Okay, now I can work against this. Okay, so I'm going to lay out my pieces. Here's my bottom, my sides. Notice where the cuts are. like so. And then my top, the one is longer than the yellow one, so the shorter one's going to come into it like so. So now I'm going to go ahead and assemble, but I'm going to build the bottom part and the top part first. When I'm building these, I'm going to use some just wood glue on the joints, and I'm going to be using an 18 gauge brad nailer with 1.25 inches. You can do 1.5 inch nails just to kind of help hold it till the glue does. And this can work against this edge. This board here. I'm going to build my bottom. Just going to go like this. Make sure you keep these flat together and pushed up against this board. Okay, now make sure you are working on a flat surface. That way, when you're building your tree, it stays straight when you set it up. Okay, so the reason I like to do the top first and the bottom first is these sides gives you a little bit of adjustment to go up and down. But what I'm going to do is make a mark on each one at 1 inch from this point to here, 1 3/8 inches. And I'll go there. The same thing here. Like so. I'm going to go ahead and glue these and nail these. Now, if there was any kind of offset, I can just make this work to where it fits right. Need to attach our base. So I'm going to find the center point. So outside to outside's 12 3/4, divided in half, 6 3/8. And I'm going to do the center of this guy as well. 3 1/2, so 1 3/4. So that should go right there. Lose that. And there you go. I'm going to go ahead and do a light sand on this before we finish it. Okay, so you could either leave it this way, you could spray paint it, or do glitter, or whatever you want. But I'm going to take some wood stain, some penetrating oil stain, and I'm just going to go ahead and simply stain it. So this stain is early American. You can use a brush, but for this project I'm just going to simply wipe it on. Okay, so I got it all stained now. I did not use any pre-stain, just used an oil-based stain and wiped off the excess. Make note, if you get any glue and you do not sand it off or clean it off, it'll do that. But for this project, this is just fine. Now I'm gonna go ahead and wipe off any excess and let it dry. And then I'm gonna come back with a clear polyurethane in a can and spray it once this is dried. Okay, so this is all dry now. I use a tack cloth. You can use cheesecloth to wipe it off, get off any of the dust. I'm just gonna use a clear polyurethane, and I'm gonna do 2 coats, 1 light coat, and then come in with a heavier coat. Since it's just a craft, it doesn't need to be perfect. Gonna let it dry now. Now for a second coat, gonna make this one heavier. Now we'll just let it dry. And this is how it turned out. Very happy with it. So hopefully this video helps you guys. Until next time, guys, Merry Christmas.